Hi guys and welcome back to Clearview Driving. Today I'm doing a mock test with Lily.
Hi.
Now this is the first time that we're actually doing a lesson together.
Yes.
We've done a little bit of a drive so you're familiar with the controls of the car now. Okay, so you know what happens in a mock test?
Kind of.
So your test is coming up in about 2 months time, isn't it?
Yeah, in May.
But you've done most of your training with
My husband.
Your husband, sorry, not with your instructor, your husband.
No, my husband, but like I said, I want to see where is my, I know I still have something to improve and, you know.
Yeah, no, that's it. So we're going to go for a nice little mock test today, going through a mixture of roads so that you're able to kind of see how you're doing, if there's any areas that need a bit of improvement.
Sure.
Okay. All right, so throughout the drive, follow the road ahead. Whenever I need to tell you to turn, I will tell you in plenty of time. If I don't say anything, keep going straight. If you're not sure where you're going, you can always ask.
Yes.
But it will just be straight on.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do everything that you're kind of generally familiar with anyways. We're going to do one maneuver and we may also do the emergency stop.
Sure.
Okay. So for anyone that's new to the channel, don't forget to like the video, comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. So yeah, let's get started.
Yes.
So whenever you're ready, you can start driving. Good luck and move off when you're ready. So handbrake is on the other side, yeah? You can pass two vehicles alongside each other along this road, but not with a larger vehicle. Lily notices the yellow van approaching and slows down and moves towards the left to allow him to pass on the right. When driving along a road with parked vehicles just along the right hand side, try to position more towards the left so that the centre of the road is available for oncoming traffic. This way we're already in a good position if someone turns up, and it also allows us to see more of the road ahead coming into this right hand bend. Coming up to the parked vehicles ahead, Lily signals right to go around as she has noticed the vehicle in front is signalling. The signal wasn't on for too long and it was unnecessary, but it didn't cause any harm, so it's not an issue. At the roundabout, I'd like you to turn right, please. It's the second exit.
Yes.
Driving along this road, there are various hazards on the left and on the right hand side of the road. Lily notices the van parked quite early and slows right down before continuing through the narrow gap. If you're unsure of the space, you can stop and assess the space and then continue once safe. Driving along on a high street, always make sure to keep scanning either side when you have a zebra crossing ahead, especially when the view is obscured. Always make sure to look behind parked vehicles as pedestrians can easily be hidden. At the traffic lights, turn left please. left turn at this traffic light junction is really sharp. Lily makes sure to turn really quickly, not swinging into the opposite side traffic. Lily shows really good awareness and planning with the bus. She notices he's going to the bus stop and starts checking her mirrors and signals to get around the bus in good time. Okay, you can pull over and park up on the left just behind this green van, but leave enough space to move away, about a car's length in front. Thank you. Alright, drive off whenever you're ready. Great there, thank you. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start the independent driving from here. I'm going to give you a series of directions to follow. Okay, as we go down this road, when you get to the next junction, we're going to turn right. Okay, and then we're going to be following some signs towards the 205 and Brentford.
Yeah.
So could you just repeat that back to me?
On this junction, turn right,
Okay.
and then follow the 205 going to Brentford.
Perfect. If you forget, you can always ask, okay?
Sure. Yeah. When waiting to turn right at a yellow box junction, when the traffic lights go green, you need to go into the junction and wait on the yellow box until the road ahead is clear, but only go into the yellow box junction if the road you're going into has space for you. The vehicle in front doesn't go into the yellow box, which puts us in a position where we couldn't continue when the lights first went green. Lily does stop at this junction, but she's slightly over the stop line at this point. On the average junction, about 2 cars should be able to go into the yellow box and the third one waits behind the stop line. As we're waiting at these traffic lights, you can see the silver van goes into the yellow box and waits in the middle until the road ahead clears up, and then he turns when it's safe. As we moved off and the lights went green, Lily initially hesitates for the yellow box and goes just up to the line but doesn't actually go in. She doesn't wait there for too long, so this wasn't an issue. As we're turning onto a dual carriageway, this should have been an offside turn, so you need to position right up to the traffic light that's in the middle facing you. That way you get to turn into the normal driving position, which is the left-hand lane. Majority of the traffic ahead was turning into the same road, so they were taking the left-hand lane, so we were forced to turn into the overtaking position, which is allowed, but you need to make sure that none of them are trying to go ahead. Driving on this road, Lily's trying to move back towards the left, but there is a vehicle right next to her. She should have made more progress and then moved back to the left once safe. She just gets past the car and moves in suddenly in front of them. This went down as a serious fault. Continuing to drive in the overtaking lane was not the issue here. She should have sped up and stayed in the overtaking lane until she found a safer gap to move towards the left. The vehicle behind wasn't exactly fast, but it wasn't safe to move over in front of them like this. Leading up to the roundabout, Brentford is towards the right, but it is the main exit, so both the left and the middle lane go towards Brentford. Lily uses the left lane, which should take her into the normal driving position in the new road. See the signboard here?
Yeah, right.
Coming up to the next traffic lights, there are two lanes that go towards Brentford. Even if you get into the overtaking lane, that's not an issue. In the new road, if the lane merges, you can just check your mirrors, or you can move back into the left-hand lane when safe. Lily's making really good progress, always driving up to the speed of the road. As we're going forward, you can see a parked car that's parked on the zigzag lines of the pedestrian crossing. You should never park in this area as it blocks the view of the crossing for other drivers, and you're also not allowed to overtake a motor vehicle in this area. make sure that there's enough space for you in the junction before you go past the stop line. Lily slightly passed the stop line, but the light started changing, so it wasn't safe to continue. As we're the first car at this traffic light, when the lights go green, we need to go past the first yellow box and past the giveaway box that's in the middle and wait on the yellow box that's on the other side of the carriageway. When you're in that position and the lights then go red, you need to clear the junction. Lily ends up waiting too early. As we're waiting in this position, the vehicle behind us ended up in the yellow box, and now they're using the horns to grab our attention that we need to move forward. Once in this position, when the traffic light starts changing ahead, we need to move, but Lily continues waiting, putting the car behind in a bad position. The space in the middle is if you get stuck and the traffic light starts changing and it's no longer safe to turn because the dual carriageway is flowing at this point, but this isn't the space you should be waiting when the traffic lights first go green. When you're waiting in this position, the traffic lights no longer apply to us. As long as the dual carriageway is safe, you can turn, but if you can't see the carriageway, it's safer to keep waiting. When the traffic lights go green again, Lily decides to wait at this point and then eventually slowly moves forward. As the traffic light starts to change red, she decided to wait again, and this is when I had to tell her to clear the junction as we were now sticking out. We need to clear this now, okay? Turn left is the first exit.
This one?
Yeah. And turn right just into this car park just here.
Yeah.
Okay, Lily, what I'd like you to do now is to reverse it into a space. I'd like you to reverse into a space. Make sure you finish within the white lines, okay? You can pick whether you want to park left or right.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I'll right here instead. Can I down this?
Yeah, sure. Before starting to reverse, always look all around, checking from your left all the way around to your right blind spot before starting to move. While reversing, continue looking over your shoulders, and you can also use your mirrors. If you have a camera in the car, you are allowed to use this, but don't stare at the camera. As we're going into the space, we're a little bit close to the line on the right hand side, so Lily decides to go forward to adjust this. She did get a minor for this as she didn't park in the space in one go. Lily didn't actually need to readjust. Had she straightened up the wheel, we were already in the space. We would have been a little bit close to the line on the right, but we were entirely in the space. Okay, you happy to leave it there?
Yeah.
Thank you. Drive off when you're ready. When we get to the end, turn right, please. Road on your left.
Yeah.
Over and park up on the left, just in here. That's great there, thank you. Secure the car. Brilliant, just put the handbrake on as well. Thank you, you can switch off the engine. Okay, that's the end of your test.
Okay.
Give me a few minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, it wouldn't be a pass
I know.
Now, why do you think that is?
I think I panic too much. First is the panic. It start me to panic.
There's one thing that happened once. The first time round it wasn't that bad, but the second time round it was a major issue where people were using the horn.
Yeah.
Yellow box junctions.
I know. I know that I can go, but because I'm afraid that someone is coming and you're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
And I was so scared about the, if you.
But you're allowed to wait there, aren't you?
Yeah, but I was so scared when I see the yellow box junction.
Yeah.
I think.
So what happens there is when the lights...
I should go. I know I should go. I should wait, but I
in the
didn't.
middle.
In the middle.
Then you would not get anybody hurting
Exactly. Yeah. I realized that it's too late.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because what happened there is we got stuck at that the second traffic light
I know.
junction.
I
like,
realized that because the
3
first
times.
one is almost Humber, so I said okay. Second, I know that I should go, but I don't know. I should follow my instinct. So
Yeah, but then the third time I had to tell you to go
Yeah.
because we are now kind of blocking the road.
I know.
So we can't keep
I
waiting.
know.
So
or
when-
else we will stay longer.
When
than-
were you expecting to go?
Exactly. So it's kind of like, should I go? I think my judgment
Yeah.
is poor.
So the plan there should have been lights go green,
Yeah.
you go into the yellow,
in the yellow.
sit in the yellow. When the lights go red, you clear the yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
But you were not going in, and then when it's changing, you're now.
Yeah. I think people hate me there. Sorry for that.
We had the silver car, we had the
I know.
motorbike, then we had the silver van.
The lady. Yeah.
Yes. But that wasn't the first yellow box, was it? There was another one
No,
before.
I know, it's crazy. Because I think it's my first time to stop. Most of the time I pass it. I
Yeah.
never.
Got to wait.
No, I pass as well that, but I never go on that right. I go straight.
And the other thing that happened is there was we were trying to.
Oh,
you-
it's embarrassing. Sorry. Oh my
No, it's
goodness.
okay. The first yellow box junction, when you didn't go into the middle, when the lights started changing, you went, which is good.
Yeah.
But then you were now in the overtaking lane,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But then you're driving and there's a grey car next to you, and you're trying to move left, and he's very, very slow.
Yeah.
And then you moved in front of him, but you didn't leave him enough space. You literally you went past him and you just cut in. We had so much
Yeah.
space, and I'm thinking, why are you moving?
I know. I don't know.
So sometimes I felt like when you were driving, you were kept trying to move into the left lane, and you
Yeah.
don't need to.
Yeah. Exactly.
You were overtaking. You could
Yeah.
overtake and later.
Yeah.
So there's no rush.
No rush. I know.
Yeah. Okay. So in terms of your reversing into the space, you did get into the space.
The first one, isn't it?
Yeah. Even the first one, you were in the space.
I know why. I don't know why I did. I think
Yeah.
because I see. I'm looking
Mhm.
on in the other side car. I'm thinking
Oh, it's a little bit.
a little bit close. So
Yeah.
I want to move
But
a
it
bit.
was. But it was straight.
But I'm already in.
That's it.
I know. I saw the line. But I don't know why I moved. Oh well.
But it's okay. But you did get control and observation because you didn't look around when you decided to reverse. But it was clear. But you should have just kind of tried to park where there's no cars.
Yeah, I know.
There's like space, and you go next to a car.
I don't know why, but I just saw it. It's like, oh, maybe this is one perfect one for me. But oh
Yeah.
my god, then there's a car. Okay.
So when you get to a car park, if there's so many spaces empty and then there's cars, try and park where there's no one
Yeah,
around you.
Should be, isn't it?
Try and like count and go, yep, I'm going in this one.
I know. I
Okay.
don't know why
But
I-
overall, okay, you do drive well. You know what you're doing. You're confident in high gears and speeding up, which is very nice. But sometimes when you're approaching like right turns, it feels like you're approaching a little bit fast that you're going to go before
That's
traffic.
my problem.
So you need to approach slower because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I was thinking you were going to go before people, but then
Yeah.
you stopped. So that's something you need to work on a little bit.
My husband told me that.
Ah,
How to call it? Oh, sorry.
it's okay.
I approach to. I try. I think that's my husband. I think they call it bad habit.
Yeah,
Like
you
you know.
approach a little bit too quick.
Yeah, I kind of. That's my.
Yeah, so here is approach speed a little bit too quick sometimes.
So what's more? Please tell me all.
But you know what you're doing. You are a confident driver, but you were just sometimes trying to move to the left too early, and we didn't have the time. We didn't have the space.
Yeah.
And
panicking a little bit when you realise you're in the wrong lane.
I know.
Just stay calm, mirror signal.
Yeah.
And those two for not signalling when you were changing lanes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
signal.
The signal, isn't it?
Yeah. So others know what you're doing. But yeah, just generally the yellow box. When you know you're turning right, go into the yellow box
Yeah.
and wait.
Yeah. I was scared that I will get a ticket if I will stop
But
there.
remember,
But I remember my theory test.
Yeah.
You can wait there as long as
there's space and you're turning. That's the one exception. When
Yeah.
you're turning right, you're allowed to wait.
Yeah.
And you kept waiting here, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get stuck.
When we will go, yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, the traffic lights go green. We're still there.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
oh well. Thank you very much. It really helped.
That's okay. Now I'm glad this will be hopefully useful for you to be able
Oh
to
yeah,
look
it
back and
does. I mean,
reflect.
I see, where is my week,
Yeah.
and like you said about the junction, the yellow junction, and
That's why I went back to the second one, because I saw it was a bit of a weakness on the first one. But let me see that she doesn't signal.
but still doing the same.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So thank you for everyone that's been watching. Hopefully this video has been useful. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you thought of Lily's driving today.
It's really bad, but thank you very much. I mean, really helpful, and
No, I'm glad that
please
it was
subscribe.
helpful.
She's very good. Come on, do it.
Thank you and bye for now.